Set a record reaching 100 degrees for the first time ever. Temperatures at one point felt like they were well over 100 degrees again today.
Well, I may not know where I'm going. Hell, I couldn't tell you where I've been. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to get this centerboard free. It's wedged in. Moisture has gotten in and changed the shape of the centerboard trunk. And so I put some wedges in on the top and the bottom, and I'm moving it. And I actually got it to move several inches. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little, and this is experimental, but I have Ruglide, which is a rubber lubricant that I use for changing tires. And it's just real slippery. And what I'm gonna do is put it on the centerboard, and I'm hoping that when I move it up and down, it'll start lubricating itself and maybe make it a little easier to move. Okay, back in the lab. I'm gonna put some more of that lubricant on it. Maybe it'll soak down there. If I could choose a sponsor, it would be sponsored by LaCroix. Okay. So this thing's stuck and I'm moving it, up and down. Oh, it's a bear, it's hot out. So I'm gonna try putting a little wheel bearing grease. I got plenty extra up in here. Let's see if that doesn't help things move along a little bit. I don't know if it will or won't. But I'm hoping it just gives it a little bit of something slick. Now, in the book I'm reading about Ralph Monroe, this happens to them all the time down in Coconut Grove. They hit the centerboards on coral heads and it ships them to the side and gets them stuck. And so I'm thinking about, like, what were those guys doing? And I know they had some sort of weird jars of grease and stuff. So maybe they did it. I know he mentions it being a huge hassle and taking a long time. And eventually he builds a really heavyweight centerboard that's like 1,000 pounds. And he ends up building the whole boat kind of around the centerboard trunk. And he said that centerboard was so strong, he just started using it as an anchor. When he'd get somewhere, he'd just drop it all the way down and it'd land in the mud. But when I picture old-timey guys, I don't know, I always picture them with a nasty brush full of something gross and oil-based and full of lead. And I feel like So we'll see. I'm gonna jam this all full of grease, then jam it back up into the centerboard trunk, and then jam it back down again. Let's see if that helps a little. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Okay, so I went down below, I added some more grease, and I'm gonna get back to whacking on it a little bit. It seems like it's definitely coming down easier, so that's good. We'll put this one in for a couple. Okay, we got it most of the way out. I'm gonna go up a little more and get my 2x4 out because I might have got it stuck. So we're gonna push it back in a little bit and then push it back out again. And then we'll work on getting the pin. Because once this is all out, we'll be able to get the pin. So I want to make sure these fit good. I'm going to try a couple. I do not want to strip this. That. See, now this one you might think, hey, that fits pretty good. No, hear that? If it doesn't fit perfect, it doesn't fit. That's the one we wanted. Now I'm using my ratchet because I want to put a lot of torque on it really slowly. So I'm not using my impact driver, I'm not using a screwdriver, not even using a hand driver, because I want all my force pushing on this thing. These bad boys are long, and I don't want to strip them. It's on. Okay. So it has bedding compound. See in there. So Now we'll go check out the other side, get that off, and we should be able to drift this pin out. Yeah, when you start getting tired, it's when you start making mistakes and getting hurt, getting your fingers caught. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. I can't even untie a knot. So I think I'm pretty wore out, but I think we got it mostly out. So we'll start fresh tomorrow. None of this needs to be packed up, but I think I'm gonna end up getting hurt. And that's one of the things you gotta, you know, especially when you're crouched real low for a long time and you're sweaty and you're tired, know when to stop. So tomorrow we'll finish it up. We'll finish this up tomorrow. I'm pretty wore out, I think. Yeah, I think I'm wore out. She's clear.